Good afternoon and welcome to Mike and the Hoss on Wolfeboro Community Television. I'm Mike Danais.
And I'm Charlie Hossack.
And we are joined today, so this is officially the beginning of winter.
We're kicking it off.
So finally, we're joined by the girls' coach, Coach Peter Kelly, first-year head coach.
Head coach.
Sorry. Welcome, Coach.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Yeah. I've been looking forward to this for at least a year.
At least a year.
Yeah.
We know this is why you wanted the job, so you can get on the show. First of all, congratulations. The girls program is certainly up and coming. This is the first year, I believe, that you're recognized by the school district. Is that correct?
Yeah. We've been working hard to grow the program. As a community, the last 5 years, they've been a team, but this is the first year that the district will actually recognize it as a school-funded program.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's pretty exciting because that means money for the program, obviously, so the girls you don't have to raise as much money. And you're on a track, right? The way the school district works is that you're on a track to...
Yeah, so this year, the district cooks in 20%.
Correct.
Yeah,
yep.
Which is great.
We're able to reduce some of our overhead. This year, we've expanded the amount of ice slots that the girls are going to get. So last year, I think they had about 10 practices, and this year, it's about 6 times that amount.
Yeah, and actually, that's my question, Peter. Can you talk a little bit about, I know that you guys are working in collaboration with the guys team. I know you're part of the guys staff as well as the head coach for the girls. But just kind of talk about how, with Coach Potenza, you guys kind of put this whole thing together.
Yep. So my daughter plays on the girls team, and last year I wasn't quite sure what level of involvement I was going to have with that team. But we decided as a family I would stay with the boys, and down the road would readjust it. I'd like to give her a little bit of distance. But this last season, the guys group got together once we heard that Paul Landry wasn't going to coach again, and we decided that as a group we would be able to come together and work as independent teams, but as a coaching staff work together on both. So it's pretty exciting.
And that's certainly outside the box. I haven't seen other programs doing that. Is there a model that you guys are following, or is this something that you guys just cooked up yourself?
It was a conversation that we had last year. We weren't sure exactly how we were going to make it work, but the other important part to us, and especially to me, is that there was some women that had hockey knowledge that were interested in contributing as well. So Coach Potenza's wife, Sarah's going to be on the bench with us.
Who played at UNH?
Correct, yep. She did when UNH, I believe, was in their first year. So for our coaching staff to have some female influence, I think it's really important. And then, of course, through coaching girls lacrosse, I met Coach Maggie Anderson, and Meg's also going to help on the bench. So that's really exciting.
That's great, yeah.
She was a very talented hockey player herself.
We've had Meg on the show, which has been great.
Yeah,
so
for field hockey.
It's going to be awesome to have some women on the bench.
Field hockey.
Lacrosse. She's a head lacrosse coach.
Well, that's exciting. First of all, Coach, congratulations to your daughter. She was in field hockey. I mentioned that.
Yeah.
All-state.
Yep, first team.
First team All-State. That's pretty
exciting.
Impressive for a sophomore.
Yeah, not bad.
Not bad. She definitely takes after her mother. So the girls program, and not just the Kingswood girls program, but there's been many girls hockey teams in the state that is like the haves and have-nots, and a lot of that is based on how much youth hockey the girls are playing, because a lot of your girls are playing hockey for the first time.
I think as a coach, though, that's a pretty exciting time. I made it a point to reach out to girls that were talented athletes to try to get them to try a new sport, knowing that the numbers have been really low the last 5 years.
Yep.
Right now, I have 23 girls that are signed up.
Wow.
And for that to happen, it created issues that we weren't expecting. We ordered 20 new uniforms. So now we got to figure out how that's going to play out. But that's a good problem to have.
That is a good problem to have.
So. Now, I'm assuming you're not going to be doing cuts, right? Just
Nope.
At this point in the program, just keep everybody who wants to be there.
Correct. So we're working with a vendor right now. So if the need exists, we'll be able to order additional jerseys. But we'll get there when we have to cross that bridge. We'll deal with it.
Right. Well, that's a bridge that the girls team hasn't had to cross yet, and so that's pretty exciting stuff. How are you going to balance your involvement with the boys team with the girls team? Assuming the girls are the priority, I would have, for
Correct.
you anyway.
So we, as a group of coaches, we really had to figure this one out. So myself and Bob Hughes will make sure that we attend all the girls' games. And there's about 6 games where the boys' team is either home or away, while the girls are the opposite.
Right.
So what we'll do in those situations, that's where we're really going to need to make sure that we had other coaches that weren't involved with the boys' program. And so we have a volunteer coach, Sue Harrington, is going to be helping us out this year, and Meg Anderson, who doesn't have involvement with the boys' side. So we'll make sure that we have a full coaching staff on the bench for all games.
Nice. Are there conflicts as far as practices, games with the girls? Are the girls playing on Wednesday, Saturdays also, or they follow a different schedule?
Yeah, so the girls have a completely independent schedule from the boys. It doesn't have the same nice flow that the boys' team typically has.
Right.
So with that little bit of breakup, or I think we might even have one Sunday game.
Yeah, you do. I was looking at the schedule today. And you guys open up on the road at Manchester West, or one of the Manchester teams. Yeah, so.
Yes, and with the practices, what we're trying, it is unique. We have an hour-and-a-half ice slot total for both programs. So we'll rotate weeks of who starts practice first, but we'll have a half hour alone, a half hour together,
Yep.
and then we'll get off the ice, and then the other team will finish their extra half hour. So the beauty of that, though, is the girls who haven't had the experience to watch, to see drills done right, will now be able to work with a more established boys program, see what they're doing,
Right.
and be able to copy those drills with the encouragement of those boys. So I'm actually really excited about that.
So
That is-
in that half hour that you're sharing, are you guys going to be practicing together with the boys, or is it going to be split ice? How are you planning on doing that, or a little bit of both?
There's going to be a little bit of both. Coach Potenza and I have been working on some full ice drills where they'll all do it together. Maybe a few skills clinic days where we just do skills for an extended period of time together. And then other times, of course, we'll be on our own down the other end working
Right.
on our own unique things.
That's
You know,
exciting.
one of the people, groups that we've had the She-Wolves on the program before, and I know the She-Wolves have reached out to the girls, right? So the girls can skate with the She-Wolves.
Correct. So some of the girls that play on their team, their moms actually play on the She-Wolves.
Oh, cool.
So that's kind of cool for them to
Yeah.
be able to go out there. But it also acted as a buffer. Some of these girls who have never tried playing before
Right.
are able to go out Friday nights, skate for relatively little money.
Yeah.
And they actually have a coaching staff now. So Richard Neal.
Yeah, Coach Neal, Dr. Neal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
it's pretty neat to see because I actually grew up playing with his kids.
Right,
So-
right. That's exciting. Well, that's great. Can you? I know you haven't had tryouts. Can you talk a little bit about the team, the makeup of the team?
Yeah. So I have 3 seniors signed up right now.
Okay.
2 of which I know have played in the past. So there is Savannah Thomas is signed up to play, and I also have Kat Lassard.
Sure.
So those are my 2
Yeah.
seniors that I know for sure that have played in the past.
That's great.
And then I have roughly 4 or 5 juniors that are signed up right now.
Sure.
And the bulk of the team is actually made up of freshmen and sophomores.
That's awesome. So a nice young team,
Correct.
and you've got a returning goalie.
We do.
Yeah.
Ella's
Yeah.
she's come a long ways.
Yeah. Ella Savage. Yeah.
She's working really hard.
Yeah.
She's been attending some goalie clinics,
Mm-hmm.
and her family's been very supportive, including her brother Bailey.
Yeah.
My daughter says is one of the best brothers there is in the school.
Wow.
That's quite a
For Bailey.
compliment. We
Yeah,
talk
that's
about Bailey a
pretty
lot. Obviously, he plays for the guys program. Go ahead and plug your captains.
So we
It's
have,
kind of weird since.
Yeah, it is. Well, I wanted to reach out to girls that I knew would do a good job of bringing the team together.
Yeah.
And so I selected captains that I knew I would have for at least 2 years.
Yeah.
So your daughter,
Mm-hmm.
Abby Hossack, and my own daughter,
Yeah.
Abby Kelly.
2 Abbeys. Yeah.
It's easy to remember the names that way.
Yeah. So that'll be good.
I knew about Abby. I didn't know about your Abby, so congratulations.
Yeah. Thanks. It's
Nice self-serving promotion there. That's good.
It's, it's very exciting. She's obviously Abby Hossack is very excited and very surprised. But I think your Abby has all the hockey skills and is going to be the leader on the ice, and my Abby will be more of probably the leader off the ice.
Yeah.
So which will be
And that's the
exciting.
goal. Even with coaching the boys team, every year we have a lot of discussions about how we're going to select the next captain.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not about talent. It's not about skill level. It is
Right.
strictly about who's going to be the best to help the team build relationships
Mm-hmm.
that are going to last a lifetime.
Yeah, and
And just to give that compliment that Mike would already give is thanks to your wife for her leadership skills and my wife, because our daughters didn't get them from us.
No,
So,
they didn't.
Yeah.
It's okay though.
It's all right.
You beat me to it. Well,
Yeah.
Coach, that's it for time. Thank you, and we try to have a tradition when you make the playoffs. We invite you back in before the playoffs for a little playoff preview. So, no pressure, but we'll see you in February.
I'm expecting to be here.
Okay,
That's awesome.
sounds good.
Thanks, Coach.
We'll be right back. Welcome back to Mike and the Hoss. It was nice having Coach Kelly in here to kick off our winter season.
Definitely.
I think there's a lot of excitement around the girls' team this year, especially that combination with what they're doing with the boys' team.
Yeah, I'm excited to see that. Obviously, my kids on the team, it's going to be fun to see that they're going to get a lot more ice time this year, the girls, and I know that the guys are looking forward to being mentors.
And I know that my oldest graduated. He did 4 years, but my
you got a
youngest,
freshman.
I got a freshman on the team, so
we'll be at the rink a lot together.
Yes, we will.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to some other stuff. So let's talk Patriots.
All right. So they got the win that they needed.
I thought it was a pretty good win. I think anytime you go into an NFC East team that's formidable, the Eagles are certainly formidable, the talent's there, and you grind out a win, which is what they did.
Yeah.
It was great. So the Harry helped.
N'Keal
Harry was
Harry.
out there.
Couple of catches.
The defense played well again.
They did. I agree with that. I mean, a little hiccup in the beginning, but then they buckled right in and buckled down, I should say.
Belichick was saying that they only let up 3 points because he feels that was an interception in the end zone. Remember they got the interception before the touchdown?
Yeah.
So, all right. So let's. We're positive on the Patriots this weekend.
Yeah, I mean,
somebody who's not positive about the Patriots though?
Tom McCullough.
No, Tom Brady.
Tom Brady. Yeah.
Tom Brady's having a tough time. Have you seen any of those interviews?
Absolutely. Yep. So coming to the podium and he's frustrated. He's upset. And interesting thing, he's not taking any responsibility.
No.
You would think the leader, the greatest of all time, would take responsibility.
I think it's a bad look for Brady.
Oh, yeah.
A guy that's been around for 20 years, and my wife was getting on my case a little bit about it, and she says, that guy gets picked apart more than anybody in Boston sports history because of the time that we're in, but he's also been there for 20 years.
Yep.
And we know everything about him. And this is probably what most quarterbacks do after, when they're playing crappy or something like that.
Right.
But this is new for Brady. And I think it is a bad look.
It is a bad, especially when you're 9-1.
You're 9-1. Is he having a bad year? No, I don't think so. But is he having a good year? No, I wouldn't say that either.
Mediocre. He's doing just enough to win.
He's doing enough to win. He's complimenting the defense.
I have a theory. You want to hear my theory?
I have a couple theories.
All right, I'll throw out my
go first.
My theory is that this is the beginning of the end of Tom Brady as a New England Patriot. He is starting to kind of show that he has these other colors, whether it's an act or not, but he is going to be able to position himself, even if they win the Super Bowl, that he can then distance himself and step away from the New England Patriots.
Okay. One of my theories is pretty similar to that, but I think that he's upset because he wants to be a free agent, or he's going to be a free agent.
He is going to be, yeah.
And he's looking very pedestrian right now.
Yeah.
Maybe his options aren't going to be as great as he thought they were. That's
a great point. You're right. He's not having a stellar year, certainly there are enough teams out there. But here's the thing. I should say there are plenty of teams that would want Tom Brady, but will Tom Brady want those teams? I mean, he certainly wants to challenge for another championship if he's going to leave.
So let's look real quickly at his weapons that he's saying that he doesn't have any.
Yeah.
He's got his buddy Edelman. Yeah. Who has been there for however long. He throws to him 22 times a game, so he's got to be happy with that. He also drops touchdowns in the end zone.
Yeah.
But he's got him. They went out and got Mohamed Sanu, who he really wanted.
Yep.
They have James White, who's been a steady for them. They have Sony Michel, who's was a star last year for them. Rex Burkhead played for them last year.
Yeah.
They have Philip Dorsett, who was an integral part of their offense last year.
Right.
What's the difference? Hogan and Gronk? Is that it?
That's really it.
And an offensive line?
Yeah, his offensive line is struggling.
Okay,
and he even has Ben Watson back. I know Watson's not Gronk, but they have Brady and Watson have a relationship.
So, getting back to how you started this, I think that Brady needs to own some of this.
Oh, absolutely.
That this is on him. I think Josh McDaniel needs to own some of this too, because I think their play calling has been
mediocre,
erratic.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of flow that's going on. Just be aware, today's Tuesday, and by the time this thing airs, Antonio Brown might be back in the mix.
I know. He apologized today to Robert Kraft.
He apologized to Robert Kraft.
Did you see all the people that liked him? Obviously Tom Brady liked it. A couple other Patriots liked it.
I wonder if Tom Brady's going to call them up and says, just apologize to him, and then we can get you back.
Yeah, let's move on.
It is.
Are you okay with AB coming back? We found out today Gronk is not coming back.
I'm happy with that.
Yep, that's over.
I am so done with that guy.
You going to the Gronk beach party?
I am not going to the Gronk beach party.
Yeah.
But
so Gronk's done. That's over.
He trolled the Patriots fans over the weekend. Big announcement on Tuesday.
Yep.
Had Brady with the shell, the call to his receivers.
Yeah.
Sent that one out. Sent up something about him spiking a football.
Yeah.
Talked about championships. And then to do that, he announces that he's having a beach party in Miami.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yep.
I'm done with Gronk. Go away. Mm-hmm. Go away. I will actually say that I would rather have Antonio Brown.
Oh my gosh, you're saying Antonio Brown?
Gronk.
Yeah.
Then Gronk.
I mean, I was pro AB, still am.
I'm on the fence on AB because when he was with us, I had the position that I want to be like the team that I'm rooting for.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I still don't want Antonio Brown. I got to stay consistent with that.
Yeah.
I don't want Antonio Brown. I think he's bad news, and boo-hoo Brady. You got to figure it out with the guys that you have.
Yeah.
You've got plenty to do it. Stop crying. Start throwing the ball to Nikhil Harry. Start throwing the ball to
Jacoby
Myers.
Yeah.
And, let's go.
I think, though, it's just part of me is just, and this typically isn't me in life. It's like, don't take the easy road. The easy road is AB comes back, and that way I can enjoy my Sundays because the Pats are going to light it up. I struggled through the Philly game. I was like, oh my gosh, this could go. I mean, we texted a little bit. This could go one way or the other.
Yep.
And that was, it was a good game.
Okay, now, the fact that they won without AB,
yeah.
And if they would have won, let's say, 21-10 with AB, which win do you like better, the one without AB or the one with AB?
Well, obviously, looking back, of course, the one without him.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I get that, but as I'm living in the moment.
Okay. So. Yes, I hear you. I'm not sure how much of a difference AB is going to make. I think Isaiah Wynn coming back this week is going to make a bigger difference.
I hope so. Now, we always say that, though, but I agree. I don't disagree. But he's not like a real proven left tackle. So in his
limited time there, he's a stud.
He is.
He's a stud.
But I mean, he doesn't have this legacy of we're getting, he's not the greatest of all time left tackle.
No, but I think
I get you. I think he's going to be an improvement from what we've got.
From Marshall Newhouse, I think he's a massive improvement.
Right.
And how many times during that game did Romo say, "Well, this won't be a problem next week"? Because
he kept saying,
and
Romo said that all night long.
I'm just picturing Marshall Newhouse's family watching this game and being just like, well, change the channel. What else is on? I felt bad for the guy at that point.
Right.
All right. Around the NFL, let's get away from the Patriots for a second.
Yeah.
Around the NFL, there was a lot of things that happened. I think Allie's going to be disappointed in our time today. But anyway, Colin Kaepernick.
Yep.
I put a Colin Kaepernick saga or drama, however you want to do it.
Yeah.
Which side are you on this? Are you on the NFL or are you on Colin Kaepernick's side? And for this weekend, not for kneeling and not for the kneeling and all that kind of stuff.
For this weekend with the NFL. The NFL went above and beyond. They set this up, and granted, I know it was on a Saturday, and but they went ahead. They got the facility set up. They got everything state of the art. They got all the teams there. And then all of a sudden he pulls the stunt that he's not coming, and he's going to go 90 minutes or 60 minutes away to a high school.
An hour before it's supposed to start.
Yeah, right.
This major event, for lack of a better word.
Yeah.
And I don't think he wants to play.
No. Based on that behavior, definitely.
Yeah, I think he wants to be this martyr.
Yeah.
And he wants to be, I'm the victim of the NFL, see me, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to get on my soapbox and do this.
Right.
I don't think he wants to play because if he plays and he plays bad, he's exposed.
Yeah.
But if he stays where he is now, then he's still the spokesperson for social injustice and so on.
Yeah. And did you see any of the workout, the video of it?
Yeah, he throws the ball far.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But let me put it this way, and I'm going to talk about a Kingswood player. I think Jackson McCullough can go out there without any pressure and with great receivers and make those passes.
Yeah.
Any good high school quarterback can make those passes.
Throws the ball far.
Yeah.
So, lastly, on Kaepernick, the NFL did a summary thing, and they said that he's not starting quarterback level.
Yeah.
He might be a backup.
Yeah.
And we said in the last year, he doesn't want to be a backup.
No.
That's.
He wants the light, the limelight.
I don't think he wants it either.
Yeah.
I think he'll be exposed. He's 32 now.
Yeah.
Go away.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go away. I'm done with you too. Mm-hmm. We're not gonna have a show because I'm done with everybody.
Maybe
I'm
he'll
done
go
with Gronk.
He'll be
I'm
at the
done with
Gronk beach
Gavin.
party. Colin and Gronk.
All right. Browns and Steelers.
Oh my gosh, the brawl.
I'm going to shout out to one of my students, Andy Hamilton's.
Yeah.
Called it the helmet bashing game. That's what he called it.
I like it. That's good.
So he was suspended for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Was that a good suspension? Do you think that
Oh,
was it justified?
I definitely. I mean, because the minute he used the helmet as a weapon.
Yep.
I mean, especially against. I mean, I don't know why Rudolph was going back to get his helmet, but I would have stayed away. Your helmet comes off, and he's swinging a helmet. Get out of the way. But I think that was good. I think it was a good suspension.
I don't think there's a villain in this whole thing.
Yeah.
I think that Myles Garrett lost his cool in the
Definitely.
heat of a game,
Yeah.
did something stupid, owned it right after the game. His teammates called him out.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh stood up and said, "Yeah, he's you're going to have to get suspended. That's kind of ridiculous."
Sure.
The NFL, within 12 hours, had him suspended the rest of the year.
Right.
He owned it again.
Yeah.
I mean, have you ever seen an ugly situation like this
Get handled so quickly.
go handled so quickly?
Yeah.
It's not in the news anymore.
No.
It just went away. And if anything, Myles Garrett, actually, there is a path for him to come back sooner.
Yeah.
That they
Right.
said that he could do this, that, and the other thing to come back sooner.
Yeah.
He's fortunate that he hit him with that bottom part of the helmet that's a little bit padded.
That he didn't cause injury. Right.
Because if he hits him with that crown, the way that he came over
Yeah.
the top.
Yeah. That's scary stuff.
All right. Real quickly, are the Ravens the best team right now in the NFL?
They are the best team in the NFL.
Okay, so
Yep.
that was an easy discussion.
Yep.
And until somebody beats them right now,
Yeah.
the way they're playing, they're off the charts.
They're unstoppable right now.
All right, picks. Yes, Charlie, you were 4-1 last week.
Whoa, 4-1.
And I was 2-3.
Okay.
All right.
So week 1 of our picks goes to me.
Yes.
Great.
First of all, I got to write these down. So first one, we have Cowboys at the Patriots.
All right. We'll probably agree. I'm going to go with the Patriots.
I'm going to go with the Patriots too.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% confident. They're at home,
Yeah.
but I think the Cowboys are going to present some problems. What they're not going to present is a problem at coach.
Right.
So I think they're going to get out-coached. Panthers at the Saints. I don't know
Well,
why.
based on the, I don't know why you picked this.
I don't
Based on
know
the
why
way
I
the
put that one in
Panthers are
there.
playing, I'm going to go with the Saints, and I'm sure you will as well.
I don't know why I put that game in there. I think
You just want to tie me this week. You don't want to try to beat me.
maybe. How about Seahawks at Eagles? That's a pretty tough one.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Seahawks. I feel like the Seahawks have an opportunity to. They're neck and neck with San Francisco, so they have no room to lose whatsoever. And I don't think the Eagles are that good.
I'm going with the Eagles.
Okay.
First of all, I'm down 2 games already, and I need to-
Controversy, there it is.
Well, and I'm going with the Seahawks have to travel across. I think there's a factor when you travel across.
It's just like the 19th century. They're not going by train.
They're not going by train, but they don't have their own plane like the Patriots do. So,
all right, so you're thinking the
I'm
factor
thinking
of
it's
travel
fatigue
and
everything
being
like
on
that.
the road.
And I also think that the Eagles are in a must-win situation.
They are. The Eagles have to win.
And so.
But the Seahawks have to win too to stay competitive with the Niners.
But the Seahawks are going to be in the playoffs. Right now, the Eagles are not going to be in
Right.
the playoffs. So I think it's
Okay.
a little bit more desperation. Packers at 49ers.
I'm not going to root against the 49ers. I love them. So Jimmy Garoppolo. I mean, I've gone on record. I want to see a Garoppolo Brady Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take the Niners at home against the Pack.
Okay, I'm going to agree with you on that one. So I mean that's a tough one.
This you're not going to be able to. This not going to allow you to make up ground though.
We have it's
Okay, we do. It's
week
true.
11.
I guess you're right. Because the next one, I don't think you're Ravens at Rams. I don't think you're picking the Rams.
Ravens are traveling across. The Ravens are
You are
due to
you are really
lose.
focused on the travel thing.
I am. The Ravens are.
Do you know how these
due
guys
to
travel?
lose.
I mean,
The Ravens are.
They're not
due
traveling,
to lose.
coach sitting tight next to each
The
other.
Ravens are going
All
to
right.
have. Ravens are gonna lose a game before in the end of the year.
What are they going to lose to the Rams?
The Rams were in the Super Bowl last year. They're also in a must-win situation.
Okay, good.
I didn't pick them yet.
All right. Well, who do you? I'm well. I mean,
Well, I know who you have.
would-
You obviously have the Ravens.
they're the best team in the NFL right now.
I'm going to say Ravens.
Great.
I don't want to hang out too much. I'm going to make up one game this week with the
Okay.
Eagles and
The Eagles and
the
Seahawks.
and I'll just work my way
Russell
through.
Wilson's going to come through for me.
All right, we are getting pretty short on time.
We are.
So real quickly, Bruins kind of lost their mojo a little bit.
They did. Well, they lost 4 in a row, then they got a win, and then they lost in a
another one.
shootout.
Well, and a couple of those 0-4 games were shootout losses too. So they're picking up points.
Yeah.
So it's not the end of the world, but I don't think they're playing as well as they were.
Right.
Celtics, they did finally lose. They lost to a good Sacramento
They
team.
did. I was impressed with how good Sacramento was. I watched a lot of that game.
I mean, if you've seen what Sacramento has done on the road,
Yeah.
it actually made me feel better about the Celtics. Sacramento lost to the Lakers by 2,
Yep.
and they lost to
Houston?
maybe Houston.
Yeah.
They lost to Houston by a close score in Houston.
Yeah.
And so for them to come home and they lost by 1, I believe the Celtics lost by 1.
Well, it was 100-99.
I think that's if there's a good loss, I think that's a good loss.
Yeah.
They won last
They
night.
did. I was worried because it was back-to-back.
Yep.
So, and they did win. They beat the Suns last night, so they're still, top in the East.
I think the Celtics are good.
Yeah,
I
do
think
too.
straight out that they're good. And the Gordon Hayward thing is going to affect them, but hopefully it just affects them enough where they want to have him back.
Right.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
they
looking
gotta
for.
get
We
him,
talked
absolutely.
about that in the last show. Real quick before we go, the over-under for the Celtics wins this season. We haven't talked about that. Now that they're 11-2, 12-2 right now.
13-2.
13-2.
Yeah. So,
Where are they?
What
Gonna, are they going to win 50? Vegas had them at 48.
yeah. I think they can win 50. I think they can get into the 50s. What do you want to say?
I'm going to say, what if I put the over-under at 54?
54?
Are you going over or are you going under?
I'll go under.
I'm going over.
Okay, 54.
Yeah.
You're over. I'm under.
Yeah.
Okay. I hope they go over, but I'm going
Well,
under.
I mean, like I said, Vegas had them at 48, and there was a lot of teams, a lot of people are picking them as the under, but
Yeah.
they're 13-2.
All right. Well, loser. How about this? Loser buys a cup of coffee at the Downtown Grill Cafe, one of our sponsors.
Or we can get it at Morrissey's Front Porch, the other sponsor.
Absolutely. So maybe we'll go to both.
Okay, that
All
sounds
right,
good too.
Good. Well, we're out of time. Way out of time. I'm going to get yelled at now because I stopped the timer and we're over time.
And we still have yet to finish our
Yep.
discussion about
So,
instant replay.
We're probably going to have someone on next week, but the minute if we have a week where we don't have someone to start the show, a guest, we should start with our debate. We had said this
that's
last
a good
week.
idea. Yeah, we did.
Yeah. So
Well, we got to start getting these coaches in,
Yeah.
so we don't fall behind.
Right.
And I think the window is there. But Allie's yelling at us, so that's going to do it
Okay.
for us on Mike and the Hoss on Wolfeboro Community Television. Thank you to our sponsors, Downtown Grill.
yeah.
And
Morrissey's Front Porch.
We'll see you next week.
Thanks. Go Knights.